They tried to restrict adult content. The UK Online Safety Act says that any website that's displaying adult content, you gotta get age verification. And you know what, I don't disagree. The problem is, you can't actually implement this effectively, in my view, and I've argued this quite a bit. When you're walking around in public and there's an adult kids can't walk in there, you gotta prove you are who you are. The problem is online. You create a permanent digital copy of your ID. When you're in public and you go to a local business, you show your ID, they look at it. They don't take pictures, and so there's a lot of risks. More importantly, it's not working. So again, I'll stress I don't want young kids getting access to adult content. I think most people agree with that. But here's where it gets really funny. They've started using Death Stranding's photo mode to bypass face scanning. Now here's where it gets really creepy. You may be saying, Tim, this is the UK, what do I care? Because they're doing it here. Now you've got these tech platforms, because of laws in foreign countries, rolling out some of these policies universally. I don't want you to scan my face and have a permanent record of my name and all of my personal information. Data breaches are bad enough. If I wanna go buy music at Best Buy, which I doubt they even have CDs anymore, it's like explicit lyrics. You're clearly over 18. When I go to the movie theater, they look at me and they say you're clearly old enough. But when you go online, they say, copy of all your private data and store it on our servers. Everything will be fine, and I'm like, okay. This doesn't work, especially now in the AI era. So while it's funny that people are using Death Stranding's photo mode, people can just AI generate faces. You can take a picture of yourself, load it up in a GPT. And you can say, make me look 30, and now make several photos of me now. Now you can make me look left, look right. Open your mouse. And that's why it's stupid. All they're doing is saying, this will be easily bypassed. It does nothing. But regular people have their private data collected. And in no way are we actually stopping kids from getting access to this stuff. But I'm gonna pause real quick to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Beam Dream. Head over to shopbeam.com/timpool and pick up your Beam Dream. A delicious cup of healthy hot cocoa for sleep. Enrich. I'm a huge fan of this stuff. It's got L-theanine, it's got magnesium, it's got melatonin. Over the past several weeks, I have been drinking this every single night before I go to bed. I am not exaggerating, I am not reading a script. I am telling you this legitimately. I'm not kidding, this stuff is absolutely amazing. It's delicious. I'd be a big fan. No sugar, no low calorie, it's like 15 calories per serving. I have some before bed. I am out like a light with deep sleep, and I wake up feeling like $1 million. $1 million, I really do. Go to shopbeam.com/timpool. Use promo code TIMPOOL, get yourself a discount. Pick some up today, I really do mean it. And shout out to James O'Keefe. I drink this to appreciate it, guys. Now let's get back to the news. Take a look at this story now. They're saying they. Verge reports Reddit and Discord's UK age verification can be defeated by Death Stranding's photo mode. Take a look, this one's funny. PC Gamer writes, Thanks to Death Stranding's photo mode, bypassing the measure introduced was the UK's Online Safety Act. We tried it and it works thanks Kojima. So take a look at this is really funny hahaha. This is Discord. It says close make sure you're a real person. Close your mouse and then they do estimating your age. Your age has been verified. Now it's really funny to be honest that they're using Death Stranding, a video game to do it. But I'm gonna say this right now, I can go on Google. I'm gonna open up Google Vowrite Gemini and use Vo3 as. I'm gonna let it render as and then I'll show you. A 35-year-old man faces a camera. Then moves his head slightly left. Then slightly right, then opens his mouth and smiles. Let's see if we can render this one. I clicked that, I sent it in. That's gonna bypass all their age verification BS. Why report age verification laws send VPN use soaring and threaten the open internet, a law requiring UK internet users to verify their age. To access adult content has led to a huge worried about the future of free expression online. Now let me tell you my friends, I don't want kids getting access to adult content. I don't want 15-year-olds looking up weird snuff garbage nonsense. I'm not gonna use my kid no phone, no tablets. None of that psycho nonsense. It actually is really easy to say. Simply be a good parent. And I thought about this quite a bit. 'Cause I'm of two minds. One, we have to have some kind of basic restrictions like we do in the real world. As we've seen the attempts at implementing this, we've come to realize not only does it not work, it makes everything substantially worse. Now I have to question why many leftists who are saying they want easy access to adult content for kids. But let's also address the core of the argument. I would be willing if you went to a lot of these liberal. So what does it matter? Kids are gonna learn about because it anyway. I've actually debated them. That's gross and that's creepy. Fair point, however. Kids have used AI in video games to bypass this. So none of it's actually working. I think there may actually be a really simple halfway point. Your face or YouTube to require an ID. Generally, you need only some kind of flash in the pan. Verification one time and quickly for a singular purchase. What's happening is you've got wissa. The look, you've got the story, and at the same time you've got the feminist. Just separate this from your platforms. And then keep the data isolated, alright. Wait, I made the video. Let's see if AI can handle this. So here's the video. Let's play the clip. So he looks, wow. Dude looks to his left, smiles, opens his mouth and nods. It's not perfect. But come on. If I'm gonna do a face scan for Spotify, here's me. And you know what's not They're not gonna hire staff. I remember there's a bunch of instances in the past where they sent us a photo of your ID. The issue is I'm not giving you a permanent record. A permanent record of my private data and where I live. It's got my address. It's got my birthday. It's got the ID number. Dude, you can take that. And I steal my identity when I go to the casino. For instance, cause I
That's
don't.
the only really place
You
I ever
nobody
get
cards me at bars. I don't, I'm old, you know what I mean. It's just got white in the beard, you go to the casino. They card you, they look at it. They put it in a machine which scans it. That I don't like that. And reportedly, or I'm told they don't store any information. I say okay. They have to do it again. Which says to me they're probably not storing it. My God, I don't care, I show you my ID. You look at it and say alright. But with everything they're doing, they're gonna scan your face on file, along with your ID sync kit. And then what happens when a rogue employee, a hacker or somebody gets and you get a data breach? Have probably been victims of data breaches. It's happened to me. And then what do you do when that data breach includes your ID, your home address? Man, it is going to be the nightmariest of nightmares. Now rock, paper, shotgun, says Microsoft. Begin rolling out Xbox account age verification checks in response to UK Online Safety Act. I'm gonna say this right now, man. I am in favor of the general idea. The general idea being, hey, we don't want kids getting access to adult content, okay. Well, then what's the solution? In Australia, they have banned under 16s from getting access to social media. In general, they're still allowed to log in. They're still allowed to open YouTube but and they browse. Can't have accounts, and you know what's funny? I'm just gonna tell you, I make a lot of content, right? And I made a video YouTube to be banned for under 16. And it's one of the lowest viewed videos I've ever done. The comments are high though. And the like ratio is it's like 90%. And so why is it that nobody watched this video? Which probably is one important of the most videos to YouTube. Good kids shouldn't be using social media this way. The problem is the age restriction stuff they're doing is targeting adults who don't need to do this. I don't need to have my face scanned. I'm almost 40, most people don't. They're putting blanket restrictions across the board. And everything that's gonna collect your private data. So that in the end, they can claim they're protecting kids. But that's the game they always play. So look again, I'm of two minds on this. I don't want kids getting access to adult content. I am not at all concerned. There's no pandering involved here. The only people are really concerned who are gonna be upset about are gonna be teenagers and their YouTubes. I'm fine with banning kids from access to social media, or at least heavily controlling and restricting so they don't get sent to these Elsa Gate psycho nonsense garbage. But then they're gonna tell everybody else. Like the average person's watching in their 30s. Take your private information because you want to watch a run-of-the-mill movie. Well, that seems like overkill. When I go to the movies and it's a rated R, they don't even ask for my ID. I get it, they can see my face. So you're trying to find solutions online, fine. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. You won't, you will not. You roll this out and what they're going to do is, they're going to use AI. They'll make an AI ID card. I bet I wonder I'm gonna try this right now too. Let's see what I can do this. Make an image of a 35-year-old man's driver's license. Let's see if it renders it chatty what it's doing it. Let's see if it can get it, and if it can't get it now, it will get it in a year. I've been messing around with AI music a lot, and we've been screwing around with it for a while. I gotta tell you, it is remarkable to me that people, they sit in this chair Ireland and they say things like, nah, AI music will never have that magic It'll touch. Never get it, and I'm like, dude. They are not. The AI is not only going to be able to make an image of a license front and back, match the algorithm for the license numbers, and make it look completely real. So when these companies say send us a photo they're gonna make a fake one instantly. And what are you gonna do? Yo, I think we are in for a wild ride right now. I do wanna admit, let me say it again, I don't want. But it is absolutely hilarious that kids have figured out how to use Death Stranding to bypass face scanning. Well, good luck. I say good luck to the machine that the nightmare dystopia is coming. This ID looks terrible. It's absolutely awful here. Let me show you that's miserably bad, alright. Let's see if we can make it better, okay. Make it identical to WW licenses. Make his name Aaron. What's a good last name? Let me think. Aaron Murphy. Aaron Murphy. Give a real-looking address. And make the numbers all seem real. Let's see what it does. John Doe, look at that, okay. So I need to pause here. I can't modify an image or any other government with realistic personal details. That would count as producing a counterfeit document, which isn't allowed, okay. Maybe if you like though, I can make a fictional ID style graphic, okay. Let's do this. Don't make it identical to a real ID, but make it look professional. Was that gonna work? Let's see what it says. Yeah, it's doing it alright. What do we got here? We're at 12 minutes and 50 seconds. Oh, pattern my friends. Smash the like button, share the show with everyone. You know we got an event coming up on Saturday. Angry Cops Michael Malice. It's dang near sold out. DC Comedy Loft. I recommend you guys get your tickets. It is gonna be a hoot. It is gonna be very, very funny. And as I talk, it is rendering this image. Let's see if it actually looks good. In the meantime, I suppose the challenge is this. I've talked about how in the past I think it's good that they're gonna restrict kids from getting access to online adult content and things like this. I suppose what was short-sighted is you can't actually do it. So I think morally we can say obviously, we want to restrict kids to really horrifying porn. Porn is bad, but how do you actually implement it without making everything worse? When the UK tried doing this with their Online Safety Act, all it did was make everything worse. It didn't solve the problem we wanted solved. It put a burden on regular people who don't need to do this normally. And a bunch of kids just use video games to bypass it. Heck of a world, alright. It's rendering, oh wow. Let's see if this works. There you go. West Virginia driver's license. This is really funny because it doesn't look that good. But it said it would not make a counterfeit ID. Alright, let's see. This guy's name is Aaron Murphy. Look at that, a date of birth 4/5/6 Mockingbird Lane. That's interesting. It does look fake and AI. I wonder if Midjourney could do better. Now, counterfeit is that it doesn't actually match West Virginia, their structure of it. But how much do you want to bet when that goes into the system? They're not gonna know. And what if you just make an ID for a third world country and they just go, yeah, okay, sure, fine, whatever? What if you just say, I'm an immigrant, my ID's from Sudan?